I'm going live. I'm going live right now. Right now, this is the winter test. I tell you what, I got all kinds of things not happening, not working right. What a day, what a night. Last night, I worked overnight. Whew. I'm even saying, I'm not supposed to say, on the live. What are we doing here? In any case, I just want you to know I'm not perfect, okay? 3:33 came and went. I was in a winter storm. I wasn't driving. I was in a medical taxi. I worked overnight. Drove about 2 hours to be able to get into a medical taxi with my two kids. Was thinking I was going to have help for that trip. Did not have help. It was just me, the two kids. Both are on the autism spectrum. One is nonverbal, my boy. One is very verbal, my daughter. And we went it was a 3 hour road trip to a hospital that's with a college in any case. And so we went to there. Did the overnight, slept maybe 4 or 5 hours a day before, and then doing that. And so today's 3:33 time came and went. I had some other things go on. I'm not going to get into the details, but let's just say I'm exhausted. And I got to thinking, why not come on and test with this? I got a winter storm going on. I just did some shoveling. I dug out. I didn't use my Kia Forte for that trip. It was in another person's. It was a medical taxi, so at least I did not drive. And I didn't drive while I was very, very tired, okay? So just cool your jets. I'm a truck driver. I know when I can drive and when I cannot. And the safety of myself and my two kids were in the hands of a very, very good driver. And so don't worry about that part. What this test is about is my inner test, the hand GPS test, the test of my mind motor, my heart transmission, my rear end, and can I keep the momentum going of what I'm doing here on YouTube in a way that lets you know I'm struggling. Great auntie, uh, your great auntie. I had to think about that. Great auntie. Uh, welcome, Barry Reed. Thank you. I'm letting you guys know this is me. I'm not perfect. I think you guys know by now I'm not perfect. So I'm coming on here very tired, very frustrated, and the fact that when I do these lives, my normal is I gain energy from you guys. You guys fill my tank with fuel that is so beautiful in my eyes, in my heart. And I appreciate you guys so much. So in some way I'm hoping that this live not only energizes me, but helps you guys. We have I'm not sure what that is. Hablas español. Un poquito solamente español. I, Alejas? Oh, yeah, anyway. Yeah, un poquito. As far as the español. Thank you, Barry Reed. I have a service. I see myself as having a service heart. I've never really thought of my heart as being beautiful, but I do things to help others. I do look at things differently than most. And when I do get angry, I get angry. Okay, I got angry today. I got frustrated because I'm trying to get a little catnap in the car. My autistic son likes to do this with me. Now, normally that is such a soothing thing to have him reach over and do this. But when you're very tired, it can get irritating. Now, I didn't blow up. Don't worry, I didn't blow up. But I would take his hand and put it down, and I kind of pat it and he would just keep doing that. So I was like, I'm not getting any sleep. But this, and then it turned in from what I want you to know is it turned from a thing of frustration to a thing of comfort. And I'm not sure how maybe he knew that I was tired, that I was frustrated, and his laying his hand and doing. He would do this, and he likes different textures. So I've got a little stubble going on, and so he'll move back and forth like this, and so that little movement, man. Uh, and I'm not sure how it went from a thing of frustration to a thing of comfort, but it did. And I'm glad it did because I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to deter him and have the connection that we have. And so it's a beautiful thing. You guys, I wish I could speak this in Spanish. My Spanish friend, uh, but there's Google Translate, right? We can translate this into other languages. But this test, I'm already feeling better. That I'm beginning to let you guys know, man. I don't even know the exact words to say right now, but I knew in my heart that if I jumped on here not feeling my best, very tired, very somewhat frustrated. I missed my normal time, okay? In a way I could have went left hand on this and not shown up at all. But today is Wacky Wednesday. And it's wacky that if there's a storm, a winter storm blowing, I'm now sitting in the Kia Forte that I haven't sat in for a while because of today's medical taxi and the trip. Now I'm protected from a winter storm that's happening outside. I started the Kia Forte having some heat, and I thought, that's just like the storm. Today, it's somewhat of a storm. It's a fatigue storm. It was a bit of a storm for me to be frustrated, a frustration storm. And now that I look back, it's like I can be like my Kia Forte. I can build a somewhat fort of protection for me. I can strengthen my mind motor. I can strengthen my heart transmission. And when I do that, I'm able to close the gap between a motor and a transmission. And then that's why I'm here live testing my theory. Does this still work with the winter storm raging outside, with the storm that rages inside of us? Does it still work to keep the momentum going, to keep the love, to keep the peace, to keep the joy in even amongst this other stuff that's going on, the chaos of the house? I'm not saying too much more than that, but there's a lot going on in the house that affects my ability to be happy. My choice. My choice. That's what I want you to get to. It's our choice to choose. Are we going to stay stuck and blame? I could easily have laid blame today. I did not once. I internalized it. I worked through it the best way that I knew how, using the hand GPS is beginning to be something that is very powerful and you can see it work, because I could have, with the frustration, thought, man, life sucks. I could use the FML, and you know what I'm talking about. But I decided to go TML, to truck my life, to realize my mind motor is mine to take care of, not someone else's. It's my choice to concentrate on something for me that helps me to have a protection from the bad stuff that brings me down. That's my way of letting you know that's how we do this. Uh, who is making a stream of an egg? I have no idea what. Talking egg. If this is an egg, I guess we're talking egg, but we're talking about a mind motor. Hi, boy. '09. Talking egg. I don't know who's talking egg, but maybe that's another live. We could talk eggs, but not on this live. Today is all about me weathering the winter storm outside, inside my Kia Forte, and forming some sort of protection from the storms that come, because they're going to come. It's not a matter of if the storm is going to come. It's a matter of when. And then if you want to be prepared for the storms that come, and they come in all different forms. They might come in. had this great conversation with my daughter not too long ago, and she's had some problems with bullies because she has one eye that's lazy. So she looks different on the outside. And at one point, she wanted to take a pencil and try to poke her eye out. That's how sad of a thing that happened. And so after that, I let her know that she's beautiful just the way she is. And just because someone else sees you as different, their opinion of you does not matter. The only opinion, the only belief that matters is what you believe about yourself. I said, when you look in the mirror, Sophia, what do you see? And she had to think for a minute. Well, I see my eye going in a different direction. It's not like anybody else's. I said, yeah, I know. And that's what makes you special. That's why I love you so much. And so those differences that we have become our strengths if we can see them for what they truly are and not let other people's opinion rule the roost when it comes to us. And that's what happened today. Some of the stuff was said, some of the things that went on was outside of my control. And I needed a moment, more than a moment. I needed some time to step into my Kia Forte, protection from the winter storm, and then remember how this works and can share with you. That's been my struggle today, a long, long day, but it was worth it. I got to spend, oh man, 9 straight hours with my kids. You know, yeah, it was going to a medical taxi. We had a great driver, made it fun. He took us to McDonald's. It wasn't something that I was going to do with the kids, but he made sure we went to McDonald's. What a great guy. Thank you, Bob. I'm sure he's not watching, but thank you, Bob, for a great day, for making it special for the kids. The kids got to have their fries. They got to have, some chicken nuggets, a kid type of thing. He could have said, no, we're not doing that in the car. No, even with the winter storm going, he made sure that the kids got something fun out of the trip. And so thank you, Bob, for doing that for us. For a family he doesn't even know, he made that trip special. And so, man, you guys, I love you guys. That's my test. I'm feeling better. Thank you for all the different comments. Um, I'm still processing Great Auntie, who the poison cat is. And you're going to have to message me to let me know who that is. I'm guessing who it is. In any case, and hablas español, sí, poquito solamente, pero por aquí en este vive, yo necesito más aprender por mi cabeza, como se dice, en mozo de sesos. In any case, and egg, I don't know who is making a stream of an egg. I have no idea about that one. And thank you, Barry, for that kind comment of a beautiful heart. I have a servant's heart. I will continue. Today is Wacky Wednesday. It wasn't at 3:33 p.m., but I made the best of it. I kept the momentum going. That's what I wanted to do. And so I did that. I feel better. Thank you guys so much for the kind words, for the love, for the support. You guys are the best. Thanks for the thumbs up. If you feel so inclined, please subscribe. We're going to go places that is going to be fun and enjoyable. But there are also going to come times when we're going to have someone come on and they're going to feel like a failure. They're going to feel like, man, I missed this opportunity. I missed that. Guess what? I've got a live where I was feeling frustrated, where I was feeling so you can hear it in my voice how tired I am for a full day of being with the kids, not being frustrated and lashing out like I've done before. I've done that before, sadly to say, but I'm learning. I'm learning and I'm growing live with you guys. That's what I want you to know. Not a guru here talking to you from a fancy studio somewhere. I don't have the white shirt and tie on. I'm in the trenches, in the dirt with you guys. That's where my degree is from. My degree is from the dirt. The dirt of the divorce ditch is where my degree comes from, having gone through it 20 years ago. And so, man, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm going to jump off here. I've got an errand or two to run for my wife. She might even be listening right now. Yes, the live is ending, and I am going to run some errands. And now that the Kia Forte is nice and warm, and I've shoveled out the snow to be able to get out of the area that got snowed in, I got that done. And so, yes, I'm going to go do that now. Love you guys. I appreciate it. I do plan on doing a 3:33 a.m. live. So if any of you are awake that time in the morning, we're going to dive even deeper on what's happening with me, with the feelings of failure, the moment, how to keep the momentum going. You know, you get down to the last knot of the rope. How do you hang on? How do you do it? And so, in my mind, I'm forming that live right now. What I'm going to be doing at 3:33 a.m. It's kind of my crisis time because I know I've been up at 3:30 in the morning worrying about the fact that I've got to go to work at 6. It's now 3:30. And I know that alarm going off at 5 is going to suck big time. And so those are my 3:33 a.m. It's like my crisis time to let you know I've been there. I've been the stressed out to the max type of husband, father that made some huge mistakes back then. So if you're still up at 3:33 in the morning at about, I don't know, 5 hours or so, then I'll be here. Love you guys. See you then. And if you haven't, as my daughter would say, smash that subscribe button. Just smash it. And don't forget the big old thumbs up. I see we've got some thumbs up happening already. You guys have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. See you early in the morning.